Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So myself, Mark, I'm all the way from Johor to share with you a simple pathway to become a millionaire. Okay, I hope all of you have energy since it's a long day. Hope this section will give you some points for you to bring back tonight. Okay, and this is actionable things that you can do. Okay, so without further ado, disclaimer. Probably you can see some names of stocks or ETFs or maybe I verbally say that, then the one you take it as illustrations only. But the concept that I will share today, please bring that back as something that you can do for your investment. Okay, so why the 1 million feel out of reach for most Malaysian, including myself and some of you? Some of you may be already a millionaire. No worries, you can use this technique to become a multi-millionaire. Or if you find that millions is something a big number, maybe this one will help you to zoom it down. So why is not my money growing? Let's decode it and see how it's work. First, when we save money, how we save money, there's a question mark coming in. So normally we will save when we remember. However, coming to spending is something like open a tab, it's automatically it's happening. Okay, and sometimes we will delay in investing. We think that maybe we can invest later or next month. The next month will become a next year actually. Okay, but when it comes to spending, mostly we do instantly. And now in the current era, which is those are fast money that we can pay latest things all make you spend more actually. Okay, so when come to spending, coming to saving, we have to look at what we spend and all. And some of us, we are good in a financial. We do proper planning, and then we want to invest and do savings. But the thing is, we are sometimes trying the harder path, okay? Which is mostly, sometimes maybe it's not work for everyone, okay? One of the things will be your daily tradings. So some of you prefer to do a daily trading, but it's giving you a high stress. And also, most of the time, it's not gain as what you expect. And then, you want to be in a safer zone. I want to have a safer feel, which is normally go for a bank saving cash account returns or probably money market returns. Okay, but at the end is also risk there, which is we couldn't find it, which is the loss of due to the inflations. Or I wait for the perfect timing the market, okay, which is the market will not wait for us. It's keep on moving and we have to chase after the market. So probably we will miss the growth. But sometimes in our same real life for Malaysia, there is a system that works very well on this. Okay, we look at this. The mandatory contributions work well. For example, our EPF, okay, I'm not about the return, I'm talking about the contributions, okay? It's keep on increasing. Okay, why? Because it's automated. It's automated every month without fail. Consistently is investing. Not that the users are actively investing. So you should understand the concept. So the mandatory contributions work very well. So now we understand that saving is important, but is it saving alone? Is it good enough for your portfolio or to become a millionaire? Okay, so actually the saving alone, we have to think of one more point is the inflation. Okay, inflation. So in Malaysia, the inflation rate in the range of 2 to 3%, okay, statistically. And let's say we are having a saver return of 4% from a cash account or money market. Is it good enough to sustain and bring you to achieve your 1 million? The question mark is there, and the answer is actually very slim. Okay, so let's see. Our favorite food, nasi lemak. I think all of you familiar with this. This was published in the news that due to the inflations, the price was double. Okay, the price was jumped to 81%. So more detail will be like 2 ringgit become a 3 ringgit. Okay, this one I'm talking about normal shop one, not those are very famous one or branded out there. Okay, so it's meaning that even though you save money, it's important to see where you save the money. Okay, so now I want to show you an example here. Comparison between your cash saving, your money in a money market, or you invest in a ETF, exchange trader fund. Okay, this is based on the VOO. Okay, but this is just for illustration purpose. Okay, and then you can find any ETFs, or maybe you can Google it, find more comparison for do this comparison. So basically, what I'm trying to say this year, let's say if you invest monthly 100 for 10 years, means your own money come out is 12,000. Okay, but how much is earned for you in 10 years? The first one is about above your 12,000, little bit only. And then the money market also around there. Okay, not much on that. And the third one, at least almost double up already. Correct? So this type of money investment is called a compounding return. I believe most of you understand what is compounding return. So the power of compounding happen in all these three. But where's your 12,000? Where you park your 12,000? So this is the issue at this moment for you to fight against the inflation. So is it the inflation alone? Inflation alone, is it issues? And we also have to look at the opportunity cost and time. The same 10 years, but you are landing at a different place. Okay? Okay, next, let's say if I'm saying the ETF, I think I won't go more in detail what is ETFs and all, because in the morning they already explained to you very well about ETFs. So now I want to focus a bit more. ETFs, what is the benefits, or maybe something that related to become a millionaire, okay? So first of all, the ETF, which is like S&P 500 index one, okay, there is a few, okay, let's say VOO or maybe VUAA, okay? So it's approaching to a global growth. You are investing in a real companies that are driving innovation in the market, okay? And it's not based on single country or certain sectors. It's the index with a wide range of most valuable company. And it considers a diversified. And most importantly, it's a low cost. So on the screen, you can see those companies. And these things are changed, right? This is not the latest one, it's in May. If you check in June or July, it will be different already, right? So this is called natural selection. The company in this index is not same as 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or 30 years ago. It's meaning that I'm not to worry about whether it's, let's say we back to Malaysian style, is it a Achong or Ahmad or Mutu? I don't care. As long as you perform, you are in the index, my money is with you. Simple as that. So you can see from 1985 up to 2024 year. Okay, and now I think recently there is one changes also. Okay, maybe they haven't published yet. So this is what we're looking at, natural selection. So that's how the ETFs help to solve your problem. Just now I mentioned just saving is not enough. Or let's say you move to investing, your compounding return is an important point. Okay, so let's see what happened when you invest RM1000 monthly for next 20 years. Because I want to achieve my 1 million. So I want to see where I will land, or maybe it will take how long. Okay, so this one will help you to become a millionaire. Okay, so first, cash account, 2%. Or even FSMOne cash account also 2%. So let's say you invest 1,000 a month for 20 years. Your total investment is 240,000, right? And you are landing at around 310. Don't ask me how the calculation, probably follow the the financial planning calculators. Okay, it's probably end or beginning. So it's about 310. Let's say if you put the money in a money market, which is giving you about 4%, safe zone. Okay, safer, which is landing you at 370 or maybe 400 plus minus. But will help you to achieve your goal that you have to have at least a million by retirement? No. But let's say if I add on the ETF, okay, the average is 13% for 10 years based on the historical calculation. But the history is not indicative for the future. But it will landing somewhere there. Okay, it will be landing somewhere there. Even you go for last 30 years, it's around 11 to 13%. Okay, so if you see these three charts, you can see the difference of landing position of your money, your 240,000, where it goes. Okay, so this is what happens when you invest into a correct product or maybe a solution in order to achieve your goal. So mostly when I show this, right, definitely see, yeah, it's a 13%. So it means it's very high risk. That's why it's able to make it that. And sometimes we are looking at the volatility and return only as a risk. We sometimes forget about what is the risk of not doing something. What I never do, is it a risk or not? If I just put my money back in somewhere like under the, in my cupboard or something, is it risk or not? Actually, it's a risk, right? Something like that. We forget certain risks. For example, cost of inflation. Just now I mentioned already. It will eat up your purchasing power. Your RM1, now you're unable to buy the same thing after the 10 years. I think all of us are aware of this. And then the power of compounding, where you park your money in order to compound. So this is one more point that you have to rethink when it comes to risk. Okay, so for solve all this, saving, better compounding, and consistently happening, and it's automated. That's where our ETF regular saving plans coming in. All of us no need to be expert. All we need is a system which is already have in a FSMOne, so that you can set up an amount that you prefer, set up how frequent you want, and you can adjust anytime. That's the flexibility that we need, because we won't invest all the time. Probably you already achieve your goal, you want to stop it. You can use this RSP. Okay, let's move on. Why Malaysians love FSMOne ETF RSP? Because you can start as small as 100 and no need to do monthly by yourself. It automatically. And the processing fee is 0. Okay, I think our MC also mentioned just now about the promotions that are going on. Okay, 0 processing fee, low cost. Okay, and through this CDS account, this ETF, CDS, you're able to access to US, Hong Kong, UK ETFs. It's more than 150 over. I mean, we have a focus list as well, 44. You can access to all these ETFs, okay? And there is no lock-in period. There is no lock-in period. You can change, pause, and cancel anytime, okay? So why ETF RSP? Okay, I mean, a bit more detail on the automated part where, as I mentioned, just now I mentioned you can do a regular, right, monthly. Even you can do a weekly or bi-weekly. You can choose your date like 1st, 8th, 15th, or 22nd. Okay, you can do that. And then you can automate it. And let's say if you find that you want to stop it for a while, you just can cancel it. And you create again. There is no any process fee. You can do instantly. Yeah, most importantly, you can do instantly. Yeah. Okay, then this one also help you to handle two more investment elements, which is mitigating the investment risk. Okay, because you see on the chart here. Okay, this is sometimes we feel like a roller coaster and we worried about the market crash and all. This is based on 10 years. Okay, last 10 years, what are the incidents happen in the market? I think most of us we are aware, but still it's in a straight up trend. This is a VUAA Vanguard ETF. So this one help you to, when the price is low, you buy more. When you price is increased, you will buy fewer. Then this is a ETF RSP, which is help you to buy in a fraction, not necessarily buy in a full lot. Okay? And then normally, as a human, we are stuck with our psychological bias, which is we timing the market, and also sometimes we will delay the process and end up it will go up. Recently in April happened. Okay, in April happened. We will wait for when it will go up. By the time it's already went up. Okay, so this one will help you to overcome this. Then which company to buy, where to buy. Okay, no need to worry, because this index ETF S&P 500 is a natural selection. It will help by itself. Okay, so those who are like you haven't started up the ETF RSP, you are new to this. So what is your concern? Probably I don't know where to invest and what is the best investment. So you can choose one of the S&P 500. For example, this VUAA is also accumulations. Means the distribution will be reinvested back to you. Compounding return, solve your problem. Okay, and what risk should I aware of, or I will lose all my money? The S&P 500 invested into 500 companies, right? So it means, right, if your money want to be gone altogether, the 500 company must go something wrong, must be bankrupt. Then only your all money will be gone. But other than that, yes, there will be a risk, volatility risk, return risk, everything is there. But it won't go all at once, okay? Because why? If any company drop, a new company will go up into the index already. So you are always in a winning position. And then, I don't have much money to start. Do I need a large capital to begin? This ETF RSP, you can set up at any amount as small as 100,000 ringgit. You got a bigger capital, 1 million. Never mind, you can set up 2,000, 3,000 a month also. The most important is you average the cost long run. Okay? So you can start as a minimum as 100. Do I need to consistently monitor my investment? If you want to do that, I think ETF is no need ready, because the ETF is the main purpose. You no need to monitor the market. You just set up once, no need to do any action, leave it to happen. Okay, let the magic happen. Okay, because as I mentioned just now, this is a natural selection, the ETF, S&P 500, which is the top your money will be within the top companies. Okay, now we come to our FSMOne campaign, which is a zero fee for ETF Regular Savings Plan. Okay, London Exchange, US, Hong Kong, and ETF you can buy in fractions. Okay, so this is a simple step way using your mobile. Even within a 30 seconds, you're able to do this magics to happen. And when you go back, you already can think that based on the amount you invest, based on your goal, let's say million is your objective, you can become a millionaire after 20 years. Then you can come and thank me after 20 years. Okay. So first you go to your mobile apps, then you just click the search button, then find your ETF. So for example, here I put a VUAA, and then you click apply RSP. Okay, click apply. You also can buy as a normal, but now we are talking about the ETF RSP, buy in a fractions, easier, and it's average out the cost. Got a lot of benefits on that. So click the RSP, and then put your amount, frequency. You can choose 4 times a month also again, but normally 1 time is good enough. The amount, and then preview order. Okay, when you choose the day, it will let you know when will be the next deduction. Let's say if you have an auto sweep account, you also can choose the auto sweep account. But this one I'm choosing a ringgit. And then you can preview the order to see the information is correct. So now the processing fee is 0. Okay, but exchange-related fee are still applicable. The Malaysian stamp duty is still applicable. Okay, after that, your place order is success, done. Your pathway to millionaire is ready. Just a matter of time. You have to give them a time of, depend on your objective, how much. Okay, so I think all of you know him. So he clearly say that just now the problems, right, in this single statement is already there. A very low index fund, don't put money at the time. Average it for 10 years. Okay? And then you will better than a 90% who start investing at the same time. So average will be helpful. So for you to average, the ETF RSP will be very helpful. Okay? So this is a summary page is where you don't need to time the market, automatically buying during ups and downs, build wealth from low as low as 100. Processing fee is 0. And then you invest in strong companies. Okay? Because we don't need to do research. Just follow the index and adjust anytime. This is very important. Your flexibility, pause, or add or stop, and soft. No need to log in and do anything. Just leave it there. So with that, I want to conclude my session to say that when you are consistently invest on monthly ETF RSP, there's a simple pathway to reach 1 million. Thank you.